iRacing is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racers from all around the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. Their car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics, engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and race teams. Their skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Members are able to sign up for a weekly race series, compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 170,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsports organizations like NASCAR to deliver virtual races based on the real-life NASCAR Cup Series, as well as many other series on the NASCAR ladder. iRacing also features team racing, providing a variety of options for members to create and manage their own teams. Race with friends or real-world teammates in full-length endurance events like the 24 Hours of Daytona, Spa 24, or the Bathurst 12 Hour. Additional partners include IMSA, World of Outlaws, Supercars, and IndyCar, allowing members to race in their very own Indianapolis 500, Bathurst 1000, Chili Bowl, and many more iconic events. This is iRacing, delivering the most authentic racing experience short of getting into a real race car. Sign up today at iRacing.com.
Welcome in here, race fans, tonight to the Eldora Speedway here in Ohio. This track, well, it may play host to some of the biggest races of the year, and tonight it plays host to another one virtually here on the iRacing.com platform. It is the Bartel Builders night here for the Upstate Racing League. And, well, race fans, we welcome you high above. You see that 1.5 mile dirt track down there? It's going to play a great host to tonight. My name is Roger Muth here with the Dirt 3 Racing Network, and we welcome all the race fans from all over the world tonight to tune in to watch this race. Of course, you know, we bring you racing action all season for the Bartel Builders Big Block Series presented by the Upstate Racing League, and we've only had 4 winners this season. Justin Fuller picking up the top 2 wins of the season. James Normoyle, Talon Carter, the 2 rookies that have won, and downtown's Chris Brown from Kokomo, Indiana, won last week at the Weedsport Speedway. Tonight, though, Eldora. This track with the big block modified, some of these drivers say you got to stick it up against the outside wall and let it eat. Well, we're going to find out here tonight because, well, this is the exact halfway point home in the season. After tonight, these Arts Barber Shop point standings are going to look different. Let's take a look at them here before we go into our heat races here tonight. James Normoyle is on top of that Arts Barber Shop point standings. He's only got a little bit of a point lead to the next 2 drivers that are tied for second overall. Justin Fuller, Talon Carter, both tied for second. Then there's Brian Hacker back there, technically fourth. Cole Day, last season's champion, well, he's got a little work to do as he is sitting 5th in the championship standings. Downtown's Chris Brown picked up a bunch of positions last week with his win at the Weedsport Speedway. Brett Bartels is sitting there in 7th. 8th is Justin Smith. Doug Ungari is 9th. And Ryan Holland rounds down the top 10 here in the Arts Barber Shop point standings coming into the night. But what's on deck here? How about some of those Whiteowl performance heat races, which are coming up here onto the grid already, getting ready to go racing here tonight. Let's take you down track side here as we are ready to go into our heat races tonight here at the Eldora Speedway. This is your Whiteowl performance heat race number 1. Starting on the front row, 2 drivers out of Pennsylvania. It's going to be the driver out of Kutztown, Pennsylvania, driving the Jordan Hen Racing number 40 of Josiah Millen. He'll go P number 1. Starting to his outside, it's the Big Show out of Hamburg, Pennsylvania, driving car number 13. This is the Big Show, Kyle Lesher. Starting behind them in the Schoony's Country Market 9J out of New York, this is Brian Jones. And driving the W6 out of New York, driving the Upstate RC and Hobbies entry of Michael Peak will roll fourth. Fifth will go to Justin Fuller in the Aftermath Motorsports, number 51. That's the boss man, the 96 of Al Smith Jr. in the Smith Racing Inc. entry. He'll go sixth. Speedy Brissett out of the 03, the Brissett Racing Stables, will go seventh here tonight. And out of New York, the Mcduff Racing Bartel Builders, 1W of Wild Wing Mcduff. Starting back in the final row here tonight, driving car number 45, it's the Bearded Wonder of Justin Smith. He'll roll off from the ninth position. Wow, James Normoyle, the rookie, will go back there in 10th. He will go shotgun to the field as you see them come past the start-finish line. We'll go Green Flag Racing next time by here tonight in our Whiteowl Performance Heat Race number 1. 4 heat races on the docket here tonight. This is number 1, and this is a star-studded field here. We are getting ready. It'll be 8 laps the distance here, heat race number 1. 15 laps for the last chance qualifiers coming up for the drivers that unfortunately do not make it here out of one of our heat races. So as they come by, here goes Marky Mark. He'll take the iRacing.com pace truck down to the infield, and Josiah Millen says, let's go Whiteowl Performance Heat Racing number 1. Millen to go down to the bottom side as Lesher keeps the outside, looking at 3 wide. There's a little bit of a door bang. Lesher going to go up the speedway, the 9J of Brian Jones, all the way from the 3rd row, now battling into the transfer spot. Kyle Lesher from the front row to the back row. Lap 1 goes to Millen. Josiah Millen picking up the first lap. A look at the scrum back here. Speedy Brissett in the 03 entry to the outside of the 45 of Justin Smith. James Normoyle works the bottom side of the speedway, nice and easy, down low. As Normoyle works the bottom side of the speedway, now he'll slide up, trying to get in front of the 45 of Justin Smith, not quite able to get the job done. They're coming this time by. They're going to see 5 laps to go here. Battle for the race lead. Out of turn number 4, Josiah Millen, Justin Fuller. Millen to the outside, Fuller down to the bottom side of the speedway. Drivers out of New York and Pennsylvania driving here tonight, battling for the race lead. It'll be Millen holding off that green Bolodrome. Number 51 of Justin Fuller down there on the bottom side. Look at the battle just behind them. There's Wade Mcduff in 3rd. Then there's James Normoyle, who now has that final transfer spot in tonight. 4 laps to go. Normoyle has now caught the Bartel Builders 1W. Michael Peaks hanging back there. Battle still for the race lead off turn 4 once again. It'll be Millen coming back to see 3 laps to go. Just 3 more times around the speedway here tonight in our Whiteowl Performance Heat Race number 1. Fuller and Millen will see the popsicle sticks first, but there's still some great battles through Heat Race number 1 here. That is the W6 entry of Michael Peak. Brand new colors on that W6. They're starting to single file out. They're coming back this time for Josiah Millen. He will see the 1 lap to go. This time by, presented by Carpenter's Tax Service. Final trip around the speedway here in heat race number 1. Can Fuller get it done? Millen has started on the pole. Now Fuller will get to the outside of the 40 of Millen. Is it going to be a last lap, last turn pass for the win? It'll be Justin Fuller. Josiah Millen, James Normoyle. Then it will be Wade Mcduff, your final transfer spot in. So Justin Fuller spoiling Josiah Millen's plan to win from the pole here. Everybody else going to a last chance qualifier coming up a little bit later on. Your Whiteowl Performance Heat Race number 2 will line up like this. Driving car number 15 here tonight, the rookie of Ryan Holland will go from P number 1, starting to his outside. Dean Reynolds driving car number 79, making his first start of the season. He'll go P number 2. The youngster out of Fleetwood, Pennsylvania, driving the number 1 Wash Rags. Talon Carter will go 3rd. Starting back into the 4th position, Brandon Grand will drive the Gagno Racing number 5 machine. He will roll off P number 4. Starting back into the 5th position, out of New York, driving for the Empire Racing Team, the Cerebral Palsy Foundation number 20. This is Justin Mcduff. He'll go 5th. Last week's winner driving from downtown Kokomo. The driver out of Indiana driving the 136, the Whiteowl Performance 136 of Chris Brown will go from P number 6. Starting back into the 7th position, the Brissett Racing 02 entry of Eric Riel will go 7th. And out of South Carolina, driving car number 87, Andrew Mercetti, the rookie, will start back in 8th. Starting ninth, the driver out of Montana, it's the Mountain Man, the 00 of Doug Ungari. He'll go 9th here tonight. While the driver out of Hamburg, Pennsylvania, driving the Full Moon Garage, Full Moon Motorsports, number 0 of Robbie Schaefer, will start tail of the field here. That is, of course, your Whiteowl Performance heat race number 2 starting the lineup here. We'll go this time by with another 8 laps on the docket here. Holland going to be the driver that starts it off here tonight. Dean Reynolds on the outside as we go live with our Bartel Builders bar camera here. Ryan Holland. Green flag into the air brought to us by Hanson Starter Shop as here we go. Down the back straightaway, it's still Ryan Holland in car number 15 as he'll lead the way for the first lap to be completed here tonight. Holland, Carter, Grand Reynolds across the line. Here comes Mcduff making his return. That Wegman Cerebral Palsy Foundation Empire Racing Team entry. Missing a couple of weeks in action. Now trying to battle himself into the big dance here. He'll now take that spot there as Reynolds will leave the bottom lane open. He goes right on by. There's the battle for the transfer spot. Car number 79 to the outside. Reynolds, the outside looking in. There's Doug Ungari. There's Chris Brown. 2 dirt track racers running a lot of laps here on the iRacing.com platform together. It's still Holland out front with Talon Garner, Brandon Garan, Justin Mcduff, and look at him almost 4 wide. Robbie Schaefer having to go to the outside. 3 wide, now down into 2 by 1 here at the transfer spot. Last time by at the line, it was Reynolds that had the transfer spot. There is the number 20 of Mcduff, though. He'll power down the back straightaway on the inside. Battle for the race lead at the line. Talon Carter with 3 laps to go will take over the race lead, but that transfer spot still hot, still heavy. Mcduff has it, but man, look at Chris Brown. Last week had to come from deep in the field. Tonight trying to just put it in the show right away. He'll battle with the 79 on Reynolds as the popsicle sticks go up. Just 2 more times around. Talon Carter out front here tonight. Look at the 00. Doug Ungari working the bottom side of the speedway. This time by, they will pick up that white flag. White flag for Talon Carter. As it's Carpenter's Tax Service. 1 lap to go. Talon Carter out for a Sunday evening drive. Talon Carter, Ryan Holland, Chris Brown. There's the 5 machine. Garand is in the transfer spot with his Gagno Racing entry. Justin Mcduff to the bottom side. It'll be Carter, Holland, Brown, and Garand back across the line. Your top 4. Mcduff, Schaefer, Reynolds, Ungari, Riel, and Mercetti will all have to go to a last chance qualifier here tonight. So that's 2 heat races. Another one ready to roll. Your Whiteowl performance heat race number 3 will line up like this. Last season's champion, the youngster, the 99 of Cold Day, will roll from P number 1. Starting to his outside, driving the Bartel Builders 2B entry. This is Brett Bartel trying to lock the 2B in tonight. Starting back into P number 3, driving the 31B out of Kutztown, Pennsylvania. The Turn 3 Racing Posse entry of Donald Bennett will roll from 3rd here tonight, while the 51 out of Georgia, driving car number 51, James Shirley, will go from P number 4. Kelly Knoll, the driver out of Canada, will start back there in 5th, while the driver out of Illinois, driving the 11 Illinois, the Empire Racing Team Pathfinder's chassis entry, will be Brian Hacker. He'll go from P number 6, while all the way from Crossville, Tennessee, the Vols Nation driver, it's the 98 coming out the gate, racing Jason Joker Dobbs. He'll start 7th. Starting back into the 8th position, the driver out of Vermont, driving car number 22. This is the raised iron tubing entry of Dylan Raptoy. David Patton starting car number 38 here tonight, the RHU entry back into the 9th position. And Scott Riolden driving car number 4 will start shotgun to the field. Final heat race here tonight. Brought to us by Whiteowl Performance. Ready to roll. Look at the big blocks as they roll by. Everybody geared up. Everybody ready. The 99 and the 2B, the 2 drivers out of the Midwest, ready to roll. Here we go. Looks like the 31B of Donald Bennett didn't quite get up to speed. And no, he's going to go around. That'll bring a caution flag out immediately. The Joker of Racing Jason also on his lid down there. There you see the 98 trying to turn it around. The driver out of Crossville, Tennessee. So the 98 turns her back around. The 31B turns it back around. And the 38 of David Patton will turn back around here. Let's see if we can get the replay here tonight. What happened to the Joker here? You see him in the 98. Oh, man, Joker way into the side of that 31B down into the corner. David Patterson, the innocent bystander in car number 38. Right on board with the Whiteowl Performance. On-board camera here with David Patton. 98 drove it down there trying to get around Kelly Dahl. Unfortunately, going to find Donald Bennett, and then they both collect the 38 of David Patton. So that'll bring out the first caution flag of the evening. That will send Racing Jason, the Joker, to the tail end of the field here, along with Donald Bennett and David Patton. So we're lining back up 2 by 2. We're coming back into the Hanson Starter Shop restart zone here tonight for the first attempt at a restart. Haven't seen any of them. So it'll be Cole Day, Brett Bartels, James Shirley, and Kelly Dahl, your top 4 drivers, with Brian Hacker and Dylan Rabtoy back there. Geared up, Marky Mark goes to the infield, and Cole Day says, let's chase to turn number 1. The 99 of Cole Day down and away from everybody. Look at it, 3 wide for the transfer spot. Shirley going to drive Hacker down to the bottom, and Hacker in that 11 Illinois just going to drive right around car number 51. It'll be 6 to go as our transponders all update. Oh, a little bit of a right rear there by the Showtime number 51 to the number 22. Rabtoy now to the outside. Look at Hacker. Look at this, 3 drivers out of the Midwest and a Canadian right now inside the top 4 transfer spots. Scott Rayome coming from the back of the field now, a battle here, trying to put himself into a good spot. Oh, the 11 Illinois of Hacker really close that time to the number 2B. Look at Bartels, he's going to cross right back over. Kelly Dahl has a perfect spot to watch this. Right on board with Kelly Dahl here. Watch how close these 2 drivers are going to get. Kelly Dahl going to ride up on the right rear of the 2B. He'll give up the transfer spot now. Unfortunately, though, there goes the 51. Shirley going to now take over the transfer spot, and he's looking for more. He'll drive down to the bottom here in turn number 3. Try to see if he can pick up that spot. Popsicle sticks go in the air. Cole Day looking to put himself in the big dance. Brian Hacker looking pretty solid right now. Bartels, Shirley still battling. 1 driver up out of the groove. That was the 38 of David Patton. The Carpenter's Tax Service white flag out here tonight at Eldora for the final time in our heat races. Cole Day is clear. He'll look to pick this one up. So it'll be Cole Day, Brian Hacker, James Shirley, and the final transfer spot. Brett Bartels will lock the Bartel Builders 2B into the Bartel Builders night here at Eldora. Kelly Dahl, Rabtoy, Rayome all have to go to a last chance qualifier. So that last chance qualifier will come up right here. This is, of course, our last chance qualifier brought to us by Whiteowl Performance. Starting on the front row, driving car number 41. It's the Bearded Wonder in car number 41 out of Wilton, New York. Or actually, he's driving car 45 here tonight. Change up on my sheet there. So the Smith Racing Inc. entry of Justin Smith will go P number 1 to his outside, driving out of Hudson Falls, New York. The Wagman's Cerebral Palsy Foundation Empire Racing Team number 20 of Justin Mcduff will go P number 2. Hailing out of Canada, the 86 actually. Out of British Columbia, Canada, the Fujiwara Tofu Shop will go there in P number 3. Starting back in P number 4, driving the number W6 entry out of Mayfield, the Upstate RC and Hobbies BDS Wheels Dots of Michael Peak. Starting back in 5th position here tonight out of Hamburg, Pennsylvania, driving car number 0. This is the Hamburg Hot Dog Full Moon Garage of Robbie Schaefer. He'll go 5th. Starting at his outside, driving car number 22 out of Vermont. Driving out of Swanton, Vermont, the Raised Iron Tubing Raptor Racing number 22 of Dylan Rabtoy. Driving car number 03 here tonight. He will hail out of Plattsburgh, New York. driving the Brissett Racing 03 of Speedy Brissett. Starting back into the 8th position, driving car number 79 here tonight, making his first start out of North Syracuse, New York, the Super Dirt Car Series sponsored entry of Dean Reynolds. Starting back into the 9th starting position here tonight, hailing out of New York, driving car number 4. This is Scott Riol out of Westville, New York. Starting back into the 10th position, hailing out of South Glens Falls, New York. It's the Coach's Corner, Best Colorful Creations, the Stamp RC Speedway GT Body Smith Racing Inc., the 96 of Al Smith Jr. Starting back into the 11th position, driving car number 00 here tonight. This is the driver out of Montana, the Turn 3 Racing Network, Montana Services, LLC, Montana Brand Tools, Coleman Angus, Smith Racing Inc., 00 of Doug Ungari. Starting back into the 12th starting position here tonight, it's the driver out of Crossville, Tennessee, the 98 coming out the gate. This is Racing Jason Joker Dobbs. He'll start back there in 12th. Starting back into the 13th position here tonight, hailing out of Hamburg, Pennsylvania, it's the Big Show, Kyle Lesher. And back into the 14th position, driving the Brissett Racing 02 out of Plattsburgh, New York, the Brissett Racing Stables. This is Eric Riel. David Patton driving car number 38 here tonight, hailing out of Indiana. We'll start back in 15th, while the 9J, the Schoony's Country Market 9J of Brian Jones, will go 16th, 17th. We'll go to the 87 here tonight. Out of Somerville, South Carolina, the GT Bodies BDS RC Wheel Dot. Number 87 of Andrew Mercetti. Starting back into the 18th position, driving car number 31B out of Kutztown, Pennsylvania, this will be Donald Bennett. That is your 18-car field here in our Whiteowl performance. Last chance qualifier. 18 cars do make the call to the starting grid here tonight. So 18 cars. We will lock in 12 cars out of our last chance qualifier here tonight. It's Justin and Justin on the front row. Here we go. The Bearded Wonder gets the start here in the Whiteowl Performance LCQ. Kelly Dahl, though, from the booth to the car, and one of them way up 4 wide, one in the wall back there. Kelly Dahl will lead lap number 1. Al Smith Jr. at the Coach's Corner entry. He was just up into the wall there. Right now, he is outside of a transfer spot. He's already missed one feature event this season, trying to get back through to make it into the show. Kelly Dahl knocking another one down out front. Robbie Schaefer, though, he's got the Full Moon Garage. That Hamburg hot dog trying to squeeze in here. Robbie Schaefer now into P number 2. Doug Ungari and Jason Dobbs back here. The Joker in the middle. Because down low, that was the W6 entry, Michael Peak. Dean Reynolds is right there. The final transfer spot now as Kyle Lesher goes to the top side. Al Smith will scoot on by there. Smith going to put himself into the last transfer spot. You see the Coach's Corner entry. So David Patton, Kyle Lesher, Eric Riel, Donald Bennett with a slider on Brian Jones. He'll make it work that time out of turn number 2. Now the 31B has got to go set his eyes on Eric Riel. Back at the front still, Kelly Dahl here. Look back at the rest of the field on board with our Bartel Builders onboard camera. Kelly Dahl out front. He's got his eye on the prize tonight. Transfer spot, though, still the big boss, Al Smith Jr. back there. How about Dean Reynolds? Right now, he is in a transfer spot after making his first race of the season. Doug Ungari going to the outside here. I believe that is the W6. That is with that brand new paint scheme. Down to the bottom side of the speedway. There you see the Upstate and the Hobbies entry. Michael Peak in that Showtime car, always coming here with a lot of speed. Peak to the inside right now, Scott Riome, that Brissett Racing, number 4 entry. Al Smith going down to the bottom side here in the transfer spot, trying to pick up a spot so he can get away from David Patton. Right now, Patton's on the outside looking in with just 6 laps to go. David Patton has not missed a show all season long. And the battle for the race lead, though, coming to get 5 to go. Here comes that Full Moon Garage. Robbie Schaefer will lead it at the line. Kelly Dahl has led 10 laps now. Robbie Schaefer leads a lap himself. Brian Jones looks like he has taken the 9J to pit road. 4 to go. Robbie Schaefer out front, but here comes Kelly Dahl. He found something up top in 3 and 4 that time. Dahl will actually win the battle back to the line. 1 lap for Schaefer, 10 laps there for Kelly Dahl. Dahl will go down to the bottom. He'll throw the slider line. He'll actually be able to come off turn number 4. He'll lead another one here. Still a big scrum back here. David Patton has actually run down the boss man of Al Smith and Dean Reynolds. So does David Patton have something here with just 2 laps to go when they come by this time? 1 car well up the track there. That was the 03 of Speedy Brissett. Popsicle sticks up 2 more times around here at Eldora. Out front, Kelly Dahl. Robbie Schaefer, now Justin Smith. It'll be the 1 lap to go, presented by Carpenter's Tax Service here. Let the money lay on the table here. Final trip around the speedway. Look at Kelly Dahl with that. Oh, he'll actually put it off the outside wall there. 1 driver around down to turn number 1. We're going to race this right till the end. 3 wide finish. Give the last chance qualifier 2 weeks in a row to Kelly Dahl. Transfer spot going to go to Dean Reynolds in car number 79. Top 12 drivers, Dahl, Smith, Schaefer, Rabtoy, Speedy Brissett, Rayom, Mcduff, Ungari, Peak, Dobbs, Smith, and Reynolds all making it in. Lesher, Bennett, Riel, Mercetti, Patton, and Brian Jones all will have to go to a last chance qualifier here tonight. Or actually are going to go home. That was our last chance qualifier. I'm trying to give us some more racing action here tonight, race fans. So Kelly Dahl picking up another LCQ. With that being said, we have a little bit of track prep that has to get done here tonight, but before we step away, we got to thank the Bartel Builders for coming on board here tonight. The Bartel Builders are focused on providing high-quality service for your construction needs, whether it's new construction, repairs, installs, or damage repairs. The Bartel Builders have you covered in every need along the way. Based in Spirit Lake, Iowa, contact them today to get your home repair project underway. We also got to thank Schoony's Country Market, a family-owned and operated grocery-run deli. Sandwiches, fried foods, subs, pizza, and more. Of course, that top rookie of the year so far this season has gone to the driver of the 721 of James Normoyle. We're seeing if we can get a word in with a couple of your race drivers here tonight after our invocation.
Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all of us command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north, strong and free. From far and wide, oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rackets regular, the
Welcome back here, race fans, to the Eldora Speedway here tonight for the Bartel Builders Night presented by the Upstate Racing League. We actually have a special guest 2 weeks in a row for you race fans. He drives the, well, some weird-looking car out there on the Speedway. Kelly Dahl, you pick up another last chance qualifier here tonight. You're going to start deep 2 weeks in a row.
Yeah, it's not too bad, at least with this week, because there was only the 3 heats. A consolation race or a B-main win gets me all the way up to 13th, so I think I've got a fantastic starting spot tonight, and hopefully I can get myself a top 10 in the 8.6.
Eldora, really wide track. Where are we going to see the 86 run here tonight? All right, there we have it, I guess, from Kelly Dahl. Maybe we lost a little communication with the driver up there in Canada, but he'll start deep into the field here tonight as we get ready to go racing here tonight, presented by the Bartel Builders. This is your starting lineup here tonight for your feature event. Starting on the front row, driving car number 51. This will be the driver out of New York, driving car 51 of Justin Fuller out of the Aftermath Motorsports Stables. Starting in P number 2 out of Fleetwood, Pennsylvania, his best starting spot of the season. That Kelly Spade of Keller Williams Platinum Realty, he will start back there in P number 2. Starting third, last season's champ out of Indiana, driving car number 99, Cole Day. Starting from Kutztown, Pennsylvania, in his sim rig, Jordan Henn Racing. Number 40, Josiah Miller will go 4th. 5th will go to the number 15 here tonight. Out of Johnstown, the Upstate RC Foxtrot RC Park entry of Ryan Holland. Starting the 11 Illinois here tonight. Out of Huntley, Illinois, the Carbon Junction Pathfinder Chassis Narrative Coffee Empire Racing Team 11 Illinois of Brian Hacker will go there from the 6th position. And starting in P number 7, driving car number 721. Out of the Upstate RC and Hobby BDS Wheel Dots entry of James Normoyle will start there in P number 7. Starting in 8th here tonight, it'll be the driver out of the 136 entry. This will be the driver out of Indiana, or Kokomo, actually. The Whiteowl Performance of Chris Brown. He'll go from P number 8. Starting back into the 9th position, driving car number 51 here tonight. He hails out of Hartwell, Georgia. This is James Shirley. Starting back into the 10th position here tonight, the Bartel Builders 1W Mcduff Racing entry of Wild Man Wayne Mcduff will go 10th. Starting back into the 11th position, driving car number 5 here, the driver out of Swanton, Vermont, the Lightning Lard's Barbecue, John's Lawn Care entry, the Gagnon Racing Stables entry, number 5 of Brennan Grant. Starting back into the 12th position, driving out of Spirit Lake, this is the Bartel Builders Bartel Custom Craft Fitness entry of Brett Bartels. Starting back into the 13th spot here tonight for our feature event. He hails out of Canada. He just picked up our LCQ win, the 86 of Kelly Dahl. We'll start 13th. Going 14th here on the grid, it's the Bearded Wonder. It's the driver of car number 45 out of Wilton, New York. The Bison Excavating 45 Speed Labs DE Designs number 45. This is Justin Smith. Starting back there, as the fireworks go off here tonight at Eldora. Starting back into the 15th starting position out of Hamburg, Pennsylvania, driving car 0, the Full Moon Garage entry of Robbie Schaefer. Driver out of Swanton, Vermont, driving the Raised Diamond Tubing, number 22. Dylan Rabtoy will go 16th here tonight. Starting 17th, the Brissett Racing 03 out of the Brissett Racing Stables entry. This is Speedy Brissett. Scott Riom, driving car number 4 out of the Brissett Racing Stables, will go 18th. The driver out of New York, driving car number 20, the Empire Racing Team Cerebral Palsy Foundation, number 20 of Justin Mcduff, will go 19th. How about the Mountain Man? The 00 of Doug Ungari for the Smith Racing Inc. will go back there into P number 20. 21st will go to the W6 of Michael Peak here tonight. Racing Jason Dobbs will go 22nd. 23rd then on our starting lineup here tonight out of South Glens Falls, New York. The Smith Racing Inc. entry, Coach's Corner, 96 of Al Smith. Dean Reynolds will make his first start of the season in car number 79 here tonight. Of course, the 79 out of North Syracuse, New York, the Super Dirt Car Series entry. That is your 24-car field here. 50 laps going to be the distance here. Justin Fuller going to waste no time as our Hanson starter shot. Green flag is in the air. Green flag is in the air. Look at the one of Talon Carter. He'll go straight to the lip. Crossover down the back straightaway. Can he lead lap number 1? Talon Carter with a slider in 3 and 4. He'll come out of turn number 4 and he'll lead lap 1. Talon Carter leading lap number 1. Justin Fuller, cold day. James Normoyle down to the bottom side of the speedway. Look at them, 3 wide stacked up behind. There's the 15. That is Holland. There was Josiah Millen right there also. And the 11 Illinois, Brian Hacker. Look, now they're almost pushing 4 wide as James Shirley is now into the mix. Talon Carter still leading here. One driver getting bounced around. I believe that's the Zero machine. That is of Robbie Schaefer, the driver out of Hamburg, Pennsylvania. 3 wide just ahead of him. Kelly Dahl, Speedy Brissett, and Justin Mcduff doing the side-by-side jig. There's still 3 wide stacked up back here from 15th on back. Everybody else pretty much inside the top 10, except for these 2 drivers have gone single file. That's the 51 of Shirley and the 15 of Holland. Other than that, everybody inside the top 10 single file and trying to make it work here. Now the 11 Illinois, Brian Hacker, goes down to the bottom side of the speedway. That Turn 3 Racing Network Neon, number 11 Illinois. Trying to come to the front. He'll put it up into the wall there. Jumps over the cushion just a little bit. As he jumps over the cushion, Kelly Dahl still swatting some flies back here. Raptor in the 22 got around him. Now he's got to try and work back by. Brandon and car number 5 down to the bottom side of the speedway also. Everybody here tonight really racy back towards the mid-pack. Look at the 5. Brandon Moran down to the bottom side in front of the 20 of Justin Mcduff. Mcduff down there, I believe that's to the bottom side of him as the W6. That is going to be the W6 entry. There you see Michael Peak, the missile. Showtime custom wraps on the side of that W6 entry. Brand new colors. We talked about it earlier. Look at them. They're just pushing 5 wide here tonight. 5 wide may not work on a weekly basis, but so wide here tonight at Eldora, you can make it work. One driver down to the bottom side of the speedway trying to pick up some ground. Is actually losing ground now. That's the number 40 out of Kutztown, Pennsylvania. There is Josiah Millen. The Jordan Hand Racing number 40. Losing some ground down on the bottom side. Millen now outside the top 5. He's back to running 7th, down 3 spots from where he started. Whiteowl Performance biggest mover. He's right here, though. Dylan Rabtoy. Always one of those silent drivers that just come through the field very silently. Getting to run up in Vermont and New York with his modified. Another driver that's no stranger to racing up in New York. There's the 45 of Justin Smith. Always runs a part-time schedule up north. They're both back here running 11th and 12th. Of course, Raptor is Whiteowl Performance biggest mover so far here tonight. We'll check back with him a little bit later on. We've been green all the way. We're closing in on halfway. Not quite there, but Talon Carter still out front here. The driver out of Fleetwood, Pennsylvania. Grand Central Tap Room entry is doing exactly what he needs to do. Talked to him earlier this evening before he strapped into his sim rig, and he said it's just time to send it here tonight. And that is exactly what he did in his heat race to pick up heat race number 2, the win there. And now he's doing it. 15 in the books next time by. Talon Carter still the race leader. James Normoyle, though, that other rookie coming into the night. That Schoony Country Market top rookie performer right now, James Normoyle. Coming on the scene here with Bartel Builders Big Block Series. Brand new, if I'm not mistaken, to the iRacing.com platform. Comes in with a lot of speed. Some drivers get it right away, and some drivers have a little bit of a learning curve. Talk about a learning curve. Al Smith Jr. right now going around the number 4 of Scott Riome. Smith barely making it into the night's feature. He's already missed one feature event this year. Didn't want to have to go use his drop week again. You do get a couple drops, and how about the number 1W? Wayne Mcduff, the driver out of Hudson Falls, New York. Brand new Bartel Builders entry on the side of that 1W. Back here running 20 and trying to get around Scott Riome. Riome to the outside there. Already going to see 21 laps to go here tonight at the Eldora Speedway. And there's the race leader. Where's your second place? Well, he is way back here. About 1.7 seconds back down the road till you find Cole Day, last season's champion, throwing a slider on the 51 of Justin Fuller. Cole Day now inserts himself into P number 2. Fuller had to back off just a little bit to allow the 99 of Cole Day in there. Of course, Fuller winning at Volusia this season, also won at Knoxville. Back-to-back opening rounds here for the Bartel Builders Big Block Series. Everybody single file here with just 20 laps to go. Everybody trying to cash wash rags here tonight. Of course, Talon Carter, if you look out in front of him, what do you see? With our Whiteowl Performance onboard camera, you see the back of the field. That's the number 79 there, Dean Reynolds. He is sitting back in the 24th position. It looks like Reynolds is going to go to the bottom side. See if he lets the top side open for the Rags Carter Racing number 1 of Talon Carter. He does. Carter will go around the outside possibly here. Always got to tiptoe when you're on lap traffic when you have a 2.6 second race lead like Talon Carter does here tonight. So Carter puts now Dean Reynolds 1 lap down. Now he'll look to put the W6 entry of Michael Peak down the lap. 17 to go. Talon Carter putting on a show here. It is an absolute clinic for the driver out of Fleetwood, Pennsylvania. To go find somebody that's battling remotely side by side, it's these drivers here, and that's 17th, 18th, 19th, and 20th all under the blanket. And don't look behind them because the race leader's coming. These drivers know it, and they're 3 wide battling here. 3 wide racing as the race leader is coming. Justin Mcduff down to the bottom side. Look at Talon Carter. He is just chewing into this battle that's up here. They've got to figure it out because Talon Carter is coming, and once he gets there, where's he going to go? Because they were 3 wide. They settle it down to just 2 by 2 now in front of the race leader with 15 laps to go. Everybody up around the outside. Talon Carter's got to be careful now. 2.5 second race lead. Talon Carter goes around Brissett and Mcduff. Now he's got Riome up there, and he's almost going to get sandwiched in between the 0-3 Speedy Brissett and the Scott Riome entry. Oh, they're going to make contact. Brissett. That was Speedy Brissett and the number 1 there of Talon Carter making contact. Look at Talon Carter trying to be as smooth as he can. He'll go to the bottom side, see if he can find something down there. He's got a big lead. That lead, though, shrunk a half a second last time by at the flag stand with 13 laps to go. Heavy lap traffic for Talon Carter, but Carter's not the only one in lap traffic now. Look at the 99. Cole Day has now caught lap traffic, too, as he has to make his way through those slower cars. Talon Carter just did it methodically. As now Carter is to the inside there. That number 20 of Justin Mcduff to the outside. Carter working the bottom. It'll be 11 to go. 1 and 1. 11 to go. 98 out the gate of racing Jason Dobbs working the middle side of the speedway as Talon Carter just can't get by. Riome right there in car number 4 was just into the back of the 98, I believe that was, or actually that was the 20 of Justin Mcduff. Carter goes to the bottom, and he is working that to perfection. But where's the 99 of Cole Day? The lap cars are going to the bottom side of the speedway. Justin Fuller right there with the 99 of Cole Day as Talon Carter sees 10 to go, but he's down to the bottom side as the second and third place car are able to go up to the top. Now Talon Carter, Justin Fuller into the outside wall. He'll lose a little ground that time in 3 and 4. 9 to go. Talon Carter is still the race leader, but his 2.5 second race lead, it was actually up to 2.7 at one point. Now down to just 1 second with 9 laps to go. Cole Day trying to get around Justin Mcduff. Mcduff running the top side. Now Cole Day going to try and split the Mcduff brothers down the back or down the front straightaway here. He will. Now Cole Day can go back to the top and see if he can start running some lap times to match that number 1 of Talon Carter. That's some of the best racing we've seen all season right here at the Eldora Speedway for the Bartel Builders Big Block Series. Norm Oil now is caught up to the number 51 of Justin Fuller. He's trying to catch Fuller here before the end of this one. See if he can park it back onto the podium. Fuller into the outside wall again here at Eldora. He'll now pull it off the top shelf. That'll allow Norm Oil to really close in. 6 laps to go as Talon Carter comes back across the line. 6 to go. He opened up that gap 0.2 of a second now again. Added on to that 1 second lead. So Cole Day now back actually now at another 1/10 of a second. Look at Justin Fuller. He's almost into the 20. Now he'll go through the middle there. Down to 3 and 4 they go. Look at Fuller to the outside. Norm Oil actually going to lose a little bit of ground. Chris Brown is starting to close in on this group now too. Chris Brown, Brian Hacker, 5 laps to go for Talon Carter, and he'll close in on more lap traffic now. He'll close in on the drivers that are running 16th and 15th right now on the speedway with 4 laps to go. That's Doug Ungari and Al Smith Jr. right now running 15th and 16th. Three to go. 3 laps to go. We haven't seen a driver dominate like this since, well, the opening round of the series. They'll have Doug Ungari in the way. Ungari going to go top side. Carter will go to the bottom and try and throw a slider on that 00. Ungari looks like he'll back off and he'll allow that one to get there. Popsicle sticks up in the air for Talon Carter. 1.3 second lead. Cole Day still running the outside, just cannot seem to really gain any ground. Talon Carter, though, into 3. He'll roll right up against that cushion. It'll be 1 lap to go, presented by the Carpenters Tax Service. This race will go green all the way to checker. Talon Carter goes to the bottom side. He knows he has the big gap to Cole Day. Day down the back straightaway along with Carter. He will not be able to catch him. Talon Carter goes bottom side of the speedway here. He'll work off turn number 4. He'll see the checkered flag first. Talon Carter will pick up the trophy here tonight. And the big check in the Bartel Builders Big Block Series on the Bartel Builders night in Eldora. Gonna go Talon Carter across the line with Cole Day, Justin Fuller, James Normoyle, Chris Brown, Brian Hacker, Josiah Millen, Ryan Holland, Brett Bartels, and Justin Smith, rounding down the top 10. That is your top 10 unofficially here tonight at the famous Eldora Speedway. Talon Carter will go to victory lane, and he led all 50 laps tonight here in the main event. The flames going off on the front straightaway, fireworks going off all around the speedway. What a show. Lap traffic working it to perfection for Talon Carter. He'll go down here. He'll find his way into victory lane. Right there, here at the Eldora Speedway. Talon Carter coming in to victory lane at the Big E here tonight for the Upstate Racing League on the Bartel Builders night. He'll take his car back to the trailer real quick, and we'll take a break here at Eldora. We'll be back after this short break with your post-race interviews brought to us by Whiteowl Performance.
The most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real-world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $400,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
Welcome back here, race fans, to the famous Eldora Speedway here tonight for Bartel Builders night at the Big E. We just went 50 laps, green flag racing action, where Talon Carter had to work his way for the first time all season as the race leader through lap traffic, and they did not just pull over and let this youngster out of Fleetwood, Pennsylvania pick up the win here tonight. Let's go down trackside, though, and talk to the driver of that number 1 machine and see what he has to say after this crazy race here at Eldora. Talon, you pick up the big win here tonight, but those drivers did not get out of the way of the race leader. How did you work your way through that heavy, heavy lap traffic?
Yeah, I don't know really. It's kind of crazy. The first few lap cars that came up on, they left me room on the top where I was running. Then I got to a whole gaggle of them, and I knew most of them were going to keep their line up top, so I just switched to the bottom and just had to hit my marks and just get by them because I knew they'd be slower.
So the lap traffic obviously a little bit slower as you were setting some of the fastest times all night, as actually you did set the fastest lap of the evening. How hard is it, though? Some of those drivers that you came up on, those slower cars, they were 3 wide, and they were battling for position, so they had the right to hold you up. but it seemed like a lot of them did move over, but some of them took that top lane. Did the car work down on the bottom when you had to go there?
Yeah, the car's real good. Tonight I could put it wherever I really wanted to, and at least we didn't go home in a box like I said to you earlier. I said I was gonna either win this or put it in a box, but luckily we won it.
So you didn't put it in a box, which means I don't get any of the side panels off this car. Unfortunately, we were looking to put them here in the studio, but I guess we'll wait for another week to see if that happens. So now you've been on a hot streak. Bunch of podiums coming in here to Eldora. Now you finally punch your ticket. This is your first ever win this is your second win. I forgot about the home track back at Williams Grove. Producer yelling in my ear telling me that. But, your second win now. So you really have established yourself here with the Upstate Racing League.
Yeah, it's with championships, they'll come to you. Just don't really focus on wins. You just focus on being consistent, like top fives every single time, and that's what will bring the wins and the championships.
Well, you did it here tonight. The red carpet is freshly vacuumed. It's red, and it's rolled out for you here tonight, Talon. Microphone's yours. I'm going to go cook dinner.
I gotta thank Kelly Spade Realtor, Keller Williams, Platinum Realty, Grand Central Tap Room, Kutztown Printing, Cantner's Tire Service, Lucky 13 Tattoos and Piercings, Gessie Chiropractic, D. Brett's Motorcycle Fab and Paint, Deca Batteries, Levan Machine and Truck Equipment, Chrisman's Meats, Matty Pearl, KB Motors Incorporated, and Paulo Court for making all my wraps.
There you hear it from the driver out of Fleetwood, Pennsylvania. He'll pick up his actual second career win here tonight at Eldora. So he picks up two of the biggest tracks on the circuit this season as he parks it in Victory Lane. Congratulations to him. Standing by just down the corner here, this is the 99 of Cole Day. Cole, you picked up a podium finish here tonight, but you had to put a pretty good slide job on that 51.
Yeah, after running the first 5 or so laps of the race there, just trying to feel the track and car out, I realized just how equal us top 3 were. So I just had a feeling it was going to come down to just not making as many mistakes and just keeping it straight. And I seen Fuller kind of got the wall a couple good times coming off too, and I kind of gained up quite a bit of time on him. Maybe he had a little bit of damage, I wasn't sure, but we were so close in speed, and I was expecting a couple quick yellows there at the beginning, and they never came, so I thought might as well take it, and I just try to make it as slow and easy and to save as much time as I could on him there to eventually make my way to second.
You made your way to second right before lap traffic really got heavy. It was a 2.6 second gap to you to Talon Carter. You chewed that back into just under a second here at the end of this one. The lap traffic really played the big factor in here tonight that you weren't going to be able to catch Talon without a caution.
Yeah, like I said, I was expecting some yellows, and I was really just kind of there, after I passed Fuller and gave myself a little bit of space, I kind of put it in cruise control a little bit, and Talon was just wide open, just as fast as he could go. So I was just trying to save the car, throughout the race, because cleaner car, is always faster. And then lap traffic definitely helped me out, but he was able to chew through it too fast, and the gap was already too big, so I really couldn't do much there.
Couldn't do much here tonight, but another great finish for you in that championship standings, trying to defend your championship from last season. This was the exact halfway point of the season. 6 races in now, 6 left to go. We do head to some of your favorite tracks. We go to Lima Land, Lanier, Fairbury coming up, just the next 3 in a row. Where do we think we can park the 99 in Victory Lane for the first time this season?
I do like Lima Land out of those next 3. It's not one of my favorites, but of the next 3, it's my favorite. So, had some bad luck there at the beginning of the season. So, we got some good finishes though. So, hopefully, we can just keep turning good luck around and eventually park at one of these next few races here.
Well, a great run here tonight, Cole, who made this all possible back in the shop to make this happen.
Well, I gotta thank everyone, all the guys down there in the Turn 3 team speak for always supporting everyone. We're a great team down there. Always you up in the booth for doing awesome broadcasts, and Al and everyone out that race tonight. I was expecting a couple yellows, not many, but just maybe some slider issues, trying to clear themselves. But everyone was able to keep it clean. It was awesome, and it threw an issue in my plans there for that race. So I got to thank everyone for giving everyone plenty of space and having a great clean race.
There you hear it from Colt Day here. Last season's champion picks up P number 2 as he'll take home a little bit smaller of a trophy from what Talon Carter is going to get. But how about this guy? Fuller, I think they actually forgot to 3D print that small of a trophy, but third tonight?
We'll take third. We'll drink a beer on that. If you would have told me I'd been on the podium tonight at Eldora, I'd have told you to go bet on the bank on that one because it ain't going to happen. So I'm not a big fan of this track. I'm actually not a big fan of any of these big tracks. So happy to get off these things.
Well, at least we have something in common here, Fuller. I'm not a big track guy myself. But the Eldora Speedway, one of the most famous speedways all across I'd say the country, but actually it's one of the biggest and most famous tracks on dirt all across the world. Drivers line up here with a dream to one day get to race here. Tonight you did it in this big block modified. What did you need to really get back around the 99 a cold day or go run down Talon Carter to pick up this win?
It was a really brave slide job on his part. I really had to park it on exit to not wreck us both. It was kind of an executive decision on my part after choking the win away last week. So, I was upset in the moment. I would have done the same thing. I'll just note it, and hopefully, if I do a slide job on him, he'll return the favor and park it so that we don't wreck. So, I don't think I was catching Talon. Cole was faster than me anyway, so I think third place probably all I got. I got a little bit of damage going to the lap cars. I had a lap car slide job, and it knocked my left front in a little bit. So, any momentum that I had to try and get back to Cole to try and get the spot back. Was kind of lost right there, so I had to relearn how to drive the car just to hold off Norm Oil there, and then I think he kind of got held up in the lap traffic pretty hard, so that kind of helped. But it was a fun race regardless, just to have a clean race, no cautions. That was for a single lane track, I guess that's all you can ask for.
You say single lane, you say lap traffic. This was the first time all season we've seen lap traffic that heavy right in front of the race leaders.
Yeah, it was the lap traffic that I got. I mean, it must have been like 5 or 6 cars. I don't know. I'll have to go back and look at the replay. But it was a gaggle of cars, and I got tangled up with a couple of them. A couple of them kind of just they heated away to Cole and I both. Talon, he got through there way too quick. We weren't going to catch him. That was the only hope that Cole and I really had, was to hopefully get him caught up in the lap traffic to catch him, and he squirted through there too quick, and the gap was open back up, so there was just no chance.
But a good run all in all. When you look at it points-wise, you kind of had a little bit of a downward spiral the last couple of weeks after opening up the season very hot here with the Bartel Builders Big Block. So a good points night?
Yeah, very good points night. Really, other than I don't really feel like I was the car to beat tonight. This track and Lernerville are the only 2 tracks I feel like I shouldn't have won at. Like Williams Grove, I really felt like I should have won there. Last week, I choked that away 100%. I should have won there. So I should be sitting at 4 wins already on the season. So I really got to get better at not choking these things away, because I choked away last season too. So that came into my executive decision portion there with Cole when he threw that slide job. I was like, you know what? I have to take what I can get here. This is not my best track. So we'll live to fight another day, and hopefully I'm here next week at Lima Land. I'm debating on going to MetLife Stadium for the Giants-Cowboys game next weekend. It'll be close on getting home if I do. So we'll see. I really love that track. I should have won there last year. Again, one of the races that I choked away. So hopefully we'll be here next week for that.
Well, who helps you back at the shop so you don't choke away some of these wins?
I got to thank Aftermath Motorsports, Trey Edson, for keeping my cars looking fresh out here every week. Green Boulodrome, Merrill Acres, Personal Comfort, better price, KH Suspension, Hill Motorsports. I got to thank Al Smith and everybody at Upstate Racing League for what they do for us to get to do this every week. We've had a really rough season as far as cautions go. I know this is a really big track and really wide, so that might have played a factor in it, but to go caution-free kind of makes up for the hectic races that we've had so far this season. Got to thank Bartel Builders for sponsoring the series and all that they do. I believe they sponsored the race tonight too. I think it was the Bartel Builders night, so thanks to them. Thanks for you putting on the broadcast. I'll come back and look at this tomorrow at work.
There you hear it from the third place car here tonight. He'll actually now close that lead that James Normoyle had. It was a 4-point lead. Talon Carter and Fuller were sitting tied second in the Arts Barbershop point standings coming into the night. Normoyle now will be bumped to second. Fuller will be right there on the heels of him, as Talon Carter will leave tonight as your new Arts Barbershop point standings top spot here as he finishes 1. Cole Day was 2, and Justin Fuller, you just heard from him. He was P number 3 here tonight. You heard it. It was a Bartel Builders night here at the Eldora Speedway. 24 cars made the A main, 3 heat races, and a last chance qualifier. And we went 50 laps. I almost said we went 100 laps. 100 laps on the mind, because there's something special if you follow on the Upstate Racing page coming in the next couple of weeks, but we can't really actually disclose that. But what we can tell you is we had the best race of the season here for the Upstate Racing League right here, the famous Eldora Speedway. Lap traffic came into play, and Talon Carter, methodically, smart, made his way through that lap traffic. He was whispering before we came back on the air live that his right foot was killing him there at the end. He was starting to make mistakes as Cole Day started to chew into that, but it was just too big of a lead for Talon Carter that Cole Day could not chew back into that. We do have one race left on the docket here this season. I say this season. Before we head into the new year for the Upstate Racing League, we will head just next week to the track in Ohio that they call Lima Land. That will be route number 7 for the Bartel Builders Big Block Series. And until we catch you in Lima Land, race fans, everybody stay safe. Get your loved ones a Christmas present, because Christmas is coming very quick. You don't want to be the last-minute shopper like Al Smith. So, until we see you next week at Lima Land, race fans, I'm Roger Muth with the Turn 3 Racing Network. We hope you enjoyed this show, and we'll catch you next week at the races.